people want to know how herbal medicine can handle obesity, whether it can reduce weight effectively in a reasonable amount of time. And many people don't know what the root causes of obesity are. Our understanding of obesity is significantly different from that of other systems of medicine. Why does obesity happen? Okay, in our body there is a number of processes as to how food is processed and how food is metabolized. Foodstuffs that we eat can be categorized into two major categories, and the first category are called primary nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, proteins. These are the three substances which are called the primary nutrients. These are very important and we need them in fairly large quantities. But people have to understand what is good for them and what is not so good for them. Scientists talk about calorific value. For example, carbohydrates, every gram of carbohydrates that we consume can give us 4 calories of energy. And many people don't know that a gram of protein also gives us 4 calories of energy. In other words, carbohydrates as well as protein, each gram can give us only 4 calories. On the other hand, we have fat. In Telugu it is known as noonelu, oils. Oils could be of animal source or it can be of vegetable source. It doesn't matter what source it is, they are all of the same type. And a gram of fat gives 9 calories of energy. Means the more you eat fat, the more fat is likely to be formed. There is another important link here. What is it? We eat primary nutrients in huge quantities, digest them in our stomach and the small intestine. There, every primary nutrient is broken down into subparts that can be utilized by living cells in the human body. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose, and proteins are broken down into amino acids, and fats are broken down into what are known as lipids. Human cells can accept these only in this broken down form. Now, after we have digested food, means the essence of food has to reach every cell in the human body. Not many people, not even doctors, know that an average human body has 65 lakh crores of cells. We are not talking about lakhs. We are talking about 65 lakh crores of cells. The essence of what we have digested of the primary nutrients has to reach every cell. And it is at the cell level that what we had eaten is converted into heat and energy. And this process is called metabolism. What the metabolic process does is it converts all the primary nutrients into heat and energy. Means it is like burning off what we eat every day. But there is a little problem here. What is the problem? Well, cells get all the broken down parts of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. But then they can't convert them as they are into heat and energy. Why? Every human cell needs also vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and enzymes. These four categories are called micronutrients. Without micronutrients, cells cannot convert food into heat and energy. Okay, that is not the end of the story. Every cell also needs water. Water is supplied by our bloodstream to every cell. Every cell also needs oxygen. Oxygen is supplied from the lungs via the bloodstream to every cell. And that is not the end of the story either. Every cell also needs thyroxine hormone produced by thyroid gland. In other words, you need micronutrients, water, and then micronutrients, water, oxygen, thyroxine hormone. Only when all these are available, all the food that you are eating is converted into heat and energy. Now, many people become obese primarily because they eat too much of primary nutrients, means carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, and they don't eat enough vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and enzymes, which are necessary for every cell to convert the food that you had eaten into heat and energy. Well, what does the cell do if it is unable to convert it into heat and energy? The essence of the food goes back to the liver, and it is the liver that converts the food that you had eaten and digested into fat. So when I see an obese person means one who is at least 20% overweight than what he should be. The first question I ask him is, "Sir, what do you eat for your breakfast? What do you eat for your lunch? What do you eat for your dinner? What are the other things that you munch once in a while? Do you eat fruits? Do you eat vegetables? Do you eat dry fruits? Do you eat nuts? What kind of salt do you use? Is it sea salt or is it processed Tata salt? What kind of sweetener do you use? Is it sugar, white sugar, or black jaggery?" So the answers for these things give me a clear idea as to what the root cause of the problem, why somebody has become obese. And then I tell him, "Look friend, these are the things that you are eating in huge quantities. These are the things that you are not eating at all or are eating in very small quantities. So you have to, remedy your diet. You have to change it. Here we are suggesting unprocessed or unpolished rice, unsifted wheat flour, unsieved multigrain flour, plenty of vegetables, plenty of leafy vegetables, fruit juice with every meal, fruits between your meals, and some dry nuts and dry fruits every day." What these things largely do is to improve your metabolism. You would be able to convert the food that you are eating into heat and energy. A successful and very effective treatment for obesity is when somebody is losing weight, he should not feel weak. When somebody is losing weight, he should feel more energy. When somebody is losing weight, he should be happier. And we don't advise anybody to starve once in a day or twice in a day or thrice in a day. We don't sell any tonics. We don't advise them to buy any tonics. What we advise them to do is, you eat nutritious food so that you get all the nutrients in the right ratios. Then the body can look after. Many people don't know, for example, if you are eating too many primary nutrients and not enough micronutrients, body tells you, I haven't got enough micronutrients to metabolize what you are eating, so eat more. Body can't tell you vocally that you should eat vitamins or minerals or amino acids or enzymes. Basically it tells, I haven't got enough nutrients from what you are eating, so eat more. What the person does is, he eats more of what he has been eating. That we call as hunger. On the other hand, if you are eating smaller quantity of food, but with primary nutrients as well as micronutrients in the right quantities, body feels very happy, healthy and energetic. And you find great joy in that kind of eating and that kind of body. So the treatment for obesity is partly good food, nutritious food. And we don't even tell the patient, you eat this more, you eat this less, you eat this like this, you eat this like that. What we tell them is, your food should contain all these ingredients. You eat them. We don't tell them. We never ask anybody not to eat in the morning or not to eat in the evening, or just eat too much of water, too much of this or that. Basically tell them, this is the right food that you need. You eat and tell me what happens to you. Most of our patients tell that they feel very happy, they are not feeling weak, they are losing weight, they are quite happy. So treating obesity is as simple as that. You know, we hear about liposuction and starvation and, medicines to kill hunger, medicines to dewater the body, etc., etc. All these are unnecessary, they are dangerous. And if diuretics are used to reduce the weight of the body, the weight will be gained again within the next 2 or 3 months after the treatment. That is not real treatment at all. The real treatment is, a person should lose his weight not more than 3 kilos a month, and he should gradually lose weight and become normal. And thereafter he realizes that eating some foods which are not good for him they do not do any good at all for him. So he sticks to the right diet thereafter, and he would not have any obesity problem in the long run. Thank you.